Hello everybody, welcome on back to Random Rosters here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus. My name is Sean. This is a series that I ran for 6 seasons of it. We did ESPN NFL 2002, we've done 2 NFL Fevers, we've done a couple of Maddens and an NFL 2K. This was the next game up, NFL Fever 2004. It's the last Xbox exclusive football game that they made. It wouldn't have lasted much longer because we all know that the license got bought up by EA after ESPN NFL 2K5. The point is, I didn't get to this because my Xbox started failing me. It wasn't reading the discs, but then I've been looking through the backward compatible stuff on the Xbox 360 because that was how we did March Madness or March Mascot Madness this year. And this game, it turns out, is on the Xbox 360 backwards compatibility list, and it didn't have any notes like some of them have, like, you can't even complete this game because it doesn't run at the right frame rate or it doesn't load in correctly or whatever. So if you're new to the channel and you liked the MLB 11, the show stuff that we're doing, we're going to do it in NFL Fever 2004, thanks to the power of the Xbox 360. So that's pretty awesome. And one of the suggestions that we had during MLB 11, the show, was that we should have actually looked at the first few rounds of the draft to kind of see where players went. Because for as much fun as it is to, like, see where people are, who knows how the game works, and blah blah blah, it is a good idea. So I thought I would take this opportunity to jump in and go, hey, let's look at the first 5 rounds or so. Maybe we'll see how long it takes, 5 to 10 rounds, something like that, and we'll get an idea of who is on what team. Now, a couple things about this. One, I had to give every single team a user profile so that we can watch the games correctly. And 2, this game does not operate with a snake draft. So the Titans had the #1 pick every single time. I don't know why it didn't do that. And it's frustrating that it doesn't have that option because it means that they always got the top pick. Like if you're number 32, which I forget who exactly is number 32 in this. If you're the poor Jaguars, like, you're just doomed in every single round. You should theoretically get 32 and 33, but this game doesn't have that. Oh, I point out the owner thing because that's what you can see on the right hand side. They're all just numbers except for myself and the Beeb's favorite teams. I just named them under us, but everything, the CPU did everything. And once you hit start and tell the CPU to select, it just goes through. It doesn't let you watch anything. It just has a loading bar for all of it. So without further ado, let's take a look at who went where, starting with Peyton Manning. He is going to go to the Titans. Brett Favre will quarterback the Texans. Oh, hang on. I should throw up the full screen there. You know what? You don't even have to see my face here. The Broncos picked Terrell Owens at 3. The Chiefs grabbed Marshall Faulk at 4. The Dolphins grabbed Priest Holmes at 5. The weird thing, I will say, it might be my left stick, but the D-pad works a lot better. Rich Gannon goes to who he actually played for at the time, the Oakland Raiders. Madison S. Madison. I'm not sure who that is. He went to the Bucks. Now, it is important to note that the CPU did draft all of these because the highest rated player was like Jonathan Ogden or something. It was an offensive lineman, and he was there for a while. So this is a strange pick for the Buccaneers to go for a right cornerback. Randy Moss stays with the Vikings. Michael Vick goes to Washington. Ty Law, cornerback for the Seahawks. I like that pick. Ricky Williams will be a running back for the Browns. Marvin Harrison, receiver for the Patriots. LaDainian Tomlinson for the Steelers. The Donovan McNabb is a New York Jet. Isaac Bruce is a Philadelphia Eagle. Charles Woodson is a Panther. Ray Lewis goes to the 49ers. Interesting that some of these teams went defensive. We'll have to keep track of that as we work through things here. Warren Sapp is a Packer. Cardinals get quarterback Aaron Brooks. Corey Dillon went to Chicago. Torrey Holt to the Lions. Interesting little clump of mostly NFC North teams there. The Rams grabbed Aaron Glenn, I'm thinking. Not 100% sure on that. Brooks goes to Derek Brooks. Yeah, Derek Brooks goes to the Chargers. Jonathan Ogden goes to the Cowboys. Michael Strahan is a defensive lineman now for the Baltimore Ravens. You can see there, Ogden is a 95. So he was at the top because it was just organized by overall ratings. I think he might be the highest rated player. Unless Peyton Manning, I just didn't see him because he would have been picked #1. Jay Smith. Who is Smith? He's a receiver for the Colts now. We'll figure that out later. Garcia. Jeff Garcia is a quarterback for the Saints. Drew Bledsoe is a Falcon. Kurt Warner is a Bill. Fred Taylor is a running back. I think that's actually who he played for, was the Bengals. Eric Moulds is a wide receiver for the Giants. And Amon Green, a running back for the Jags. Do you put me to the top? Oh, thank you. Let's see. That'll be Jimmy Horn, wide receiver, now is a Titan. Tim Brown goes to the Texans. Steve McNair was still on the board. That's wild. Steve McNair going to the Broncos. Young is a Chief. Surtain is a left cornerback for the Dolphins. Curtis Martin will be a running back for the Raiders, and that'll pair him with Rich Gannon. Interesting. C. Garner, not sure who that is. Running back for the Buccaneers. Trent Green will be the quarterback for the Vikings. McAllister will go to Washington. Urlacher to the Seahawks. So Seahawks go, first two rounds are defensive. Hines Ward for Cleveland. Champ Bailey to the Patriots. Brian Dawkins is a Steeler. Deuce McAllister is a Jet. Javon Curse to the Eagles. Brad Johnson will quarterback the Panthers. Sean Springs to the 49ers. Booker. Not sure on that one. He's a Packer. Orlando Pace, I believe, goes to the Cardinals. Timmerman is a right guard now for the Chicago Bears. Clayton Portis is a running back for the Lions. The Rams picked Zach Thomas, middle linebacker. Chargers get Tony Gonzalez from the division rival Chiefs. Dante Culpepper is a quarterback for the Vikings. Smith is a receiver for the Ravens. Rod Smith, there we go, we figured it out. Samari Roll is a cornerback for the Colts. Julius Peppers goes to the Saints. Brooking, not sure about Brooking, he's a Falcon. Bowens is a Bill. McKinney is a Bengal. Jones is a Giant. Lynch is a Jaguar. John Lynch is a Jaguar. Edgar and James, he was still on the board. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, Peyton Manning, Joe Horn, and Edgar and James for the Titans, huh? Glover was picked by the Texans. Sharper to the Broncos. Franks to the Chiefs. Mock goes to the Dolphins. Jerry Rice is a Raider, which he was around this time. Yeah, NFL Blitz 2002. Okay. Shields is a Buck. Satusi is a Viking. Mushin Muhammad, he's a bit of a random roster as a legend, goes to Washington. Kerry Collins will quarterback the Seattle Seahawks. T. Price is a Brown. Linebacker number 57. They didn't have a name. W. He is a Patriot. Faneka to the Steelers. Simon to the Jets. The Eagles grabbed Tiki Barber, who was still on the board. Jeremy Shockey was still on the board. He went to the Panthers. Mark Brunell quarterbacks the 49ers. Malloy. Leonard Malloy? That doesn't sound right. I'm not sure on that one. He is a safety for the Packers now. Barber is a cornerback for the Cardinals. Rondé? That doesn't sound right, but could be. He's a Cardinal now. Drew Brees is a Bear. Oh, gross. M. Burke is a center for the Lions. T. Brown goes to the Rams. Troy Brown, New England Patriots wide receiver, I believe, around this time. Williams is a Charger. Vincent is a Cowboy. Samuels is a Raven. Pennington is a Colts. Burris is a Saint. Plexico Burris? All the way back in 2003, huh? Wow. Quentin Jammer to the Falcons. Peerless Price to the Bills. Todd Heap, I want to say, is a tight end. He will go to the Bengals. Tom Brady goes to the Giants. He was still on the board. Wow. Who did the Packers pick? Because it was kind of gross. No, not there. Who'd they pick in the second round? Hold on. We're looking at the Packers for a second. Kerry Collins. No, they haven't. Have they not picked a quarterback? Warren Sapp. Okay, they have not picked a quarterback. Okay, great. So it's worse than I thought. The Packers did not pick a quarterback, and Tom Brady was still on the board. Great, fantastic. All right, cool. Mark Bulger is a Jaguar, and that rounds out round number 3. Moving on quickly to round number 4. Taylor, a defensive end, goes to the Titans. Bettis is a Texan. Eddie George is a Bronco. Mike Allstott is a Chief. Brown is a Dolphin. Rod Woodson is a Raider. Kreutz. Center goes to the Buccaneers. Sean Alexander still on the board, goes to the Vikings. Bulware. I don't know why I want to say Patrick, but I'm probably not right. Bulware, he goes to Washington. Henry is a running back for the Seahawks. Carson Palmer goes to the Browns. S. Davis. S. Davis. He's a running back for the Patriots. D. Boston is a wide receiver for the Steelers. Amani Toomer. Toomer is a wide receiver for the Jets. Jake the Snake Plummer, I should say, goes to the Eagles. Keyshawn Johnson is a Panther. Joey Galloway is a 49er. Warwick Dunn is a Packer. Gilden, is a Cardinal. D. Abraham goes to the Bears. Jay Miller is a quarterback for the Lions now. Jay Fielder is a quarterback for the Rams. Lavernius Coles, wide receiver for the Chargers. Donald Driver is a Cowboy. That makes me sick to my stomach. Disgusting. I love Donald Driver, and I despise the Dallas Cowboys. D. O'Neal is a Raven. Ooh, Takoi? T. Spikes is a right linebacker, I should say, for the Colts. Garrison Hurst is a Saint. D. Jackson. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver. Wheatley is a running back for the Bills. L. Neal goes to the Bengals. Deuce Staley is a Giants. Rondé Gardner, that sounds wrong, is a Jaguar. Jenkins goes to the Titans to start round number 5. Glenn to the Texans. Richard Seymour to the Broncos. Whitfield to the Chiefs. Hopkins goes to the Dolphins. Adams goes to the Raiders. Schroeder goes to the Bucks. Walker to the Vikings. Stewart goes to Washington. Hakeem to the Seahawks. Stubblefield to the Browns. Matt Hasselbeck still on the board, goes to the Patriots. Maddox goes to the Steelers, and that one, I think, is team accurate. I believe he played for the Steelers at the time. Rice is a Jet. Randall is an Eagle. Jamal Lewis is a Panther. Thomas is a 49er. R. Pete. Who is R. Pete? Well, he's the Packers quarterback. Kenyon Dyson. Hopefully the Packers have the pieces around the outside, or just have a defense that can carry them. It does feel like the teams sometimes that you select, because sometimes you have to have a user team. They just kind of give you the middle finger a little bit of yeah, whatever. You want a good team? You pick it yourself with their middle finger right in your face. Dyson goes to the Cardinals. Sanders goes to the Bears. Douglas to the Lions. Emmitt Smith goes to the Rams. Trent Dilfer will be quarterbacking the Chargers. Wilson, the linebacker, is a Cowboy. Steve Berline will quarterback the Ravens. Smith is a running back for the Colts. Mayberry, a right guard for the Saints. Barlow is, I want to say Kelvin Barlow. That name kind of rings a bell, but kind of doesn't. Thomas, a left tackle for the Bills. Stone, a right guard for the Bengals. Warren, a left tackle for, DLT. He's going to the Giants, and Kennedy goes to the Jags. See if there's anybody that kind of pops out here. I'll scroll through slowly so you can kind of read it. John Kidna to the Buccaneers. He played for the Seahawks for a while. I would guess that by this point, most of the big names are gone, though some of them have existed shockingly deep into the draft, which is why a guy named Pete is a little confusing to go to the Packers as the quarterback. But is there anybody? Derek Carr, quarterback for the Bengals. It sounds like a mistake. Dwight Freeney. Okay. It's kind of an interesting name there. Byron Leftwich was still. Terry Glenn. McCutcheon. Dixon. Washington. Adams. Warwick. Other Dixon? Or did I read that one twice? Anybody else that's interesting here? We'll go through just a couple more rounds here. Jeff Blake was still on the board. Though he is only a 79. I don't know. Can you use a guy like that? Junior Seau still on the board for goes to the Panthers. It's probably the biggest name that we've had in a while. Bell, Andruzzi, Starks, McNeil, Smoot. That's just a fun last name to say. Smoot. Rucker, Rogers, Woodson, Jason Sehorn, KGB was a Packer for a while. Peterson, Ed McCaffrey still hanging out there. Though you could see, you know, definitely a step down in the ratings. Last round that we'll go through here. And see if there's anything that really sticks out here. Marvin Lewis maybe? Could be a name. I guess we'd have to keep an eye on that. It's Brown. Some of these guys also might not be who I think they are as far as like productivity or how good they are, just based on the year. They could be either old or young for that. And those are your first 10 rounds of the NFL draft. I need to make sure that I push continue here as we get set for rosters are being updated. I will make sure to go down here and save the dynasty. Thankfully, this saves a lot quicker, so we'll call this random. Oops. Random DOM. Can I space? I can. Rostas Season 7. R O. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't need to put this part in. ROSTER. Rosters. Space S7. We'll save that under a new dynasty. Now, for some reason, it thinks that it is 4:03 a.m. I can assure you that it is not. It is currently 9:06 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday evening. So here is the deal. I really enjoyed doing the MLB 11, the show commentary season. So I'm going to bring this back. It is going to debut tomorrow, Tuesday, on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to actually create a second channel, and I'm going to do these games individually instead of one big block of games. They're going to post Thursday, 2 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. Thursday at 5:15 p.m. Pacific time, 1:30 and 5:15 on Sunday, and then 5:15 on Monday. The other 4 days will be NBA 2K26. It'll be a trading card league. I'm still working out the details of how long I want the games to be, and those will be short videos as well. And it'll be commentary stuff to try and separate the gameplay aspect of it, which has the MLB stuff, here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex, and more the commentary side of things, which will be a different channel. And it's not going to clog up a bunch of stuff here on this channel, because it's already kind of cluttered and a mess already, and I don't need to add more to it. So you can check out the other YouTube channel for that. It'll probably just be like Seannosaurus Rex 2, like an ESPN 2. Oh, you know what I should do is I should put like my little profile in this little 2, whatever. So that is going to be the plan. There'll be shorter videos. I think these games go about 30 to 45 minutes, if I remember correctly. And you'll get them throughout the week. They'll be streamed live on twitch.tv/Seannosaurus Rex. So if you want to watch it live, Sundays at 6 p.m. Pacific time, starting this Sunday, which will be May 3rd. So check that out if you would like that. For right now, what you can do is you can go down to the comment section, leave your pick for who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, and we'll see if you're right. And as we work our way through, it'll be 20 weeks. We will have the championship right before the start of the brand new season. The championship will either be September 6th or 7th. And then if, Lord willing, if there's a mod for Madden 12, 11, 12, something like that, that has all the current rosters and all of that, if they can get that mod running, we will have a in-step like season that we will do when the new season of football starts, which is kind of why I want to do that second channel as well. It's just kind of have that be its own thing, and then we can roll right into what would essentially be season 8 of random rosters that will then be day and date with games on Thursdays, Sundays, Mondays, using a modded version of an older Madden game that has current rosters and stuff like that. But I have to figure that part out, and I need that to work. Otherwise, we'll just move on to another retro game. So there you go. Kind of a big announcement wrapped in with these first 10 rounds of draft, and there you go. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and be sure to subscribe to the new channel, and we will see you Tuesday, youtube.com/Seannosaurus. It'll post there. We'll do a kickoff day Wednesday where all 4 videos will go up individually, and then Thursday we'll start the new rhythm and routine of posting for week number 2. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.